Part 3. Understanding Short Talks. Directions. In this part, you will hear several short talks that will be read only once. After each short talk, you will hear some questions. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible choices in your test booklet and choose the correct answer. For example, you will hear,
Class, last week we discussed Alzheimer. Today, we are going to see how the brain functions. Brains are different from computers, but the parallels can be helpful. Your brain is equipped with 2 basic types of memory: working memory for juggling information in the present moment, and long-term memory for storing information for extended periods. Most of what we perceive hovers briefly in working memory, a mental play space similar to a computer's RAM, random access memory, then simply disappears. Like RAM, it lets you analyze and invent things without creating a lasting record. Long-term memory, on the other hand, acts more like a hard drive, physically recording the experiences in the brain region known as the cerebral cortex. The cortex, or outer layer of the brain, houses a thicket of 10 billion vine-like nerve cells which communicate by relaying chemical and electrical impulses. Each time we perceive something, a sight, a sound, an idea, a unique subset of thesis neurons are activated. Once that happens, anything that activates the network will produce the original perception as a memory. What we think of as memories are ultimately patterns of connection among nerve cells. Now, I'd like to show you a brain made of clay. Please come forward and have a closer look at it. Afterwards, I'll collect your homework.
Question 1. What is the talk about? You will read A. Complexities of the brain. B. Brain function. C. Random access memory. D. The cerebral cortex. Since the correct answer is B, blacken the letter B on your answer sheet. Look at the example. Question 2. Who is the speaker most likely addressing? You will read A. Medical students. B. Computer science students. C. Psychology students. D. Chemistry students. Since the correct answer is A, blacken the letter A on your answer sheet. Look at the example.
Now let's begin part 3.
Questions 39 to 41. Listen to a talk given at a newspaper office.
Good afternoon, class, and welcome to the Aegis Marco building. As I'm convinced that you know from your marketing communication classes, an advertising agency has 5 departments, namely the account management, the account planning, the creative, the media planning, and the internal services departments. Today we're going to visit the account management, the account planning, and the creative departments. The first we're about to see is the account management department. It is a department that is in direct contact with the clients. After that, we will go to the account planning department, which is also called the strategy department. This department is mostly involved in strategizing advertising campaigns and conducting research. Finally, we'll visit the creative department. This department is responsible for the art, copywriting, and photography aspects of advertising. Next week, we're going to visit the media planning department that plans and coordinates with media agencies to determine the most effective way to channel advertisements in order to achieve optimum results. Take any necessary notes and follow me.
Number 39. Whom is the speaker addressing? Number 40. Where will the people listening to this talk go first? Number 41. According to the speaker, what type of work is done at the creative department? Questions 42 to 46. Listen to part of a talk about a special student program.
Good evening. Let me introduce myself. My name's Professor Alderson. I've been involved with cooperative education for almost a decade now, and I was requested to give this introductory talk about the program, especially the benefits. So, what is cooperative education? It's an educational program that generally includes combining academic studies with paid employment. This program means cooperation between a university with its academic programs and professional employers providing off-campus work experience. The activities in cooperative education can be worked out in a number of ways, depending on the student's course of study and the college's academic requirements. Students may attend classes and study, or they may alternate between semesters, working one semester while studying another. Cooperative education has some advantages that help students enter the workforce one step ahead. The first advantage is that it provides students with an opportunity to utilize their education and apply it to the workplace. The knowledge and skills that students acquire in the classroom are then taken to the real world. Combining these experiences gives students an opportunity to gain relevant work experience and actually apply the knowledge they receive in the classroom. Thus, the students will get employability and earning power, as this program provides a direct relationship between the classroom and employment. Since our university is an institute of technology, the typical employers are architectural and design firms, waste treatment plants, and computer software companies. You'll be dealing a lot with such fields. I myself give lectures on computer science. Therefore, I could provide a lot of information about this program. But before I go on, I want to introduce two students who completed this co-op program last semester, and you can ask them any questions you like.
Number 42. What aspect of the cooperative education program does Professor Alderson's talk focus on? Number 43. What did Professor Alderson teach in the cooperative education program? Number 44. With which of this cooperative education program was Professor Alderson associated? Number 45. What does Professor Alderson say about cooperative education program? Number 46. Whom will Professor Alderson introduce to the audience next? Questions 47 to 50 are based on the following talk.
Ski jumping, a part of the Winter Olympics program, has specific rules to obtain scores or points. Points are given for two aspects. The first one is for the style of execution, or called norm points. The point is to score the 3 phases of execution, which consist of flight, landing, and outrun. Scoring these 3 phases is quite subjective. To reduce the subjectivity, ski jumping will require 5 trained judges to give points based on the theoretical perfect style for each phase. The second aspect of scoring deals with distant points for the 2 jumping hills, the large hill and the normal hill. The size of each hill is related to an arbitrary K point or spot on the hill. A large hill has a K point over 100 meters, and normal hill of 75 to 99 meters. In each competition, jumpers will receive 60 distance points if they reach the K spot. Points are either added for exceeding the K point or deducted for not reaching it. Yet, for their style of execution, ski jumpers should know that their ultimate goal is to remain motionless in flight, followed by a precise landing, which depends mostly on their balance and coordination. However, environmental factors such as wind speed, wind direction, snow quality, and speed will also affect performances because this sport depends on nature. Therefore, the construction of ski jumping hills will have to accommodate natural factors to cater to athletes, judges, and media alike, like Holmenkollen.
Number 47. What aspect of ski jumping does the speaker primarily discuss? Number 48. What does the speaker imply about rules in ski jumping? Number 49. According to the speaker, what happens to jumpers who are unable to pass the measured hill? Number 50. What prediction does the speaker make about the arena of ski jumping? This is the end of the listening comprehension section. Go on to the next section of the test.